Welcome, college football fans, to the most gritty, in-your-face, fuck you college football show of all time. He's Troy Miller, I'm Vic Van Buren, and right out of the gate, we're getting into what may be the biggest and the greatest game of all time played Saturday night.
Wow, you want to talk about living up to the hype? This outlived the hype, Vic.
This was the game to watch, and it all happened in Lubbock, Texas. You know what was on the line? You got Texas immortality. Whoever wins this game, you got bragging rights the whole year. You got Big 12 South championship implications on the line. You got Heisman contenders going at it. I mean, look at these beauties. You got Colt McCoy. You got Graham Harrell. I mean, my God, Troy, which one of these guys would you like to fuck?
What, the Heisman frontrunners here? Oh my God, I'd like to go Big 12 South on both of them.
Whoa! But when the fourth quarter was over and it ticked 0, known as Mr. Good Sex, Graham Harrell had 474 yards. You know what he did? He got his guns up. He put a little pink in this thing stink.
Well, I'll tell you what, Graham Harrell obviously had the biggest dick last night, but, I mean, come on, let's admit it. King Dong is Michael Crabtree. I mean, his name Crabtree because he has claws on his limbs? I don't know. This guy grabs everything. Are you kidding me? You want to talk about playing on Sundays? My God. What, we got like 4 seconds left? He catches the ball last night. He's like, God, Mike, God, get down, get out of bounds, call timeout, do some fuck the run, go, end zone, go, score! My God, just let them rush the field. I told you, Zebra boys. God, I told you don't fuck with my games, and then here you go, what, two penalties, back them up to the 7.5-yard line, 1 second on the clock, let's see if Texas can run the miracle, lateral this, lateral that, get in the end zone. I don't think so. I know where you live, Zebra boys. I'm coming for you!
Oh yeah, motherfucker. I'll let him loose! Now, let's move on to something else that pisses us off. 15 minutes after the game was over, after the biggest game in Texas Tech history, after Lubbock is going crazy, every cocksucker that thought they were an analyst just started bashing the Red Raiders. I mean, what was some of the shit they were saying, Troy?
God, they're talking, you know, well, they don't deserve to be #1. I mean, you know.
They beat the #1 team. I mean, are you kidding me? They're talking about how, well, now they've started their tough test. They've got Oklahoma State and Oklahoma. Let's just put them 4 or 5. If they beat those 2 teams, it'll all come out in the wash.
Right, I don't buy into that. I mean, Texas is coming off their tough stretch. I mean, come on. If you're going to be #1, you got to beat everybody.
You got to go the tough stretch. I mean, let's face it. Texas went 3-1. They're not the #1 team, okay? Let's face it. Texas Tech can do what Texas didn't do. Texas started out beating Oklahoma #1, and they didn't finish at the end. Texas Tech, we all saw it. They all got rid of the doubters. Look, you know what they did? They went toe-to-toe with Colt McCoy and that high-powered offense. They showed they had a better offense. They played defense. They played special teams. They had the whole package.
Yeah, Vic, I'll tell you what really boils my blood is, I mean, you know, had the Longhorns gone to Florida, to the swamp, and played, and Florida won everybody. Oh, Florida beat the #1 team. Oh, Tim Tebow. Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, come on. Tim Tebow does not hold a candle to Graham Harrell. Are you kidding me?
I know. I mean, really, the Red Raiders, let's face it, they would shred the Gators. And with that, we're a few hours away from the most recent BCS standings, but 30 Mansville, we can't wait. We're going to go ahead and give you our top 5 of who we think are the best teams in college football right now.
Before we do that, there's one more thing that was on my mind, Vic. Does anybody know what happened to Brian Arakpo? I mean, was he drafted last night? I don't know. He left the game.
Yeah, he just left. I mean, he hobbled off the field, and I saw him playing for the Lions today. Oh. Yeah, so he went ahead. He said, fuck the Longhorns. He knew they were going to lose.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, do you want to do this count of 3 then, top 5?
You know how we roll.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Start with number 5. Here we go.
Oklahoma. Wow.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Good win. Biggest win against Nebraska last night. Right. Good win, Sooners. And 4.
Texas Longhorns.
Decent team. We all knew Texas was going to play right. We're not saying we hate Texas. They're just not the best team in the state of Texas. All right, number 3. Penn State.
Nittany Lions.
That's right. I mean, we got to put you up there. I mean, you are undefeated. Trust me. We like putting undefeated teams ahead of one-loss teams. That's what we do. Number 2. Here we go. Alabama. Yeah, they're playing defense. I mean, I think they are the best team in the SEC.
Well, one of the toughest conferences.
You know where we're going, baby. Let's do number one. Guns up, Red Raiders!
I gotta say, Vic, you've been riding that dark horse all year.
I know. These boys look good. I had a feeling about them this year. I don't know. I don't know if it came to me in a dream or what, like Crabtree's dream. It just felt right. Now let's keep it up. You got Oklahoma State coming to Lubbock next week. Then you go to Norman. These 2 games, you beat these 2 games, look, there's no way. I mean, they might as well just give you the national championship because there's no team that's going to play you in that game that can beat you, my friend. Keep it up, Red Raiders. Let's do it! Let's do it! All right. I mean, it's getting crunch time, fellas. I mean, we're done with shenanigans. I mean, we're deep in the heart of conference play. We're going to break down each conference. Now let's get down to nitty gritty. We're going to tell you who comes out on top, who we think comes out on top. Who do you want to break down first?
Well, let's go Big East.
Big East, I mean, in my opinion, I think it's the weakest conference out of the big conferences this year. But I guess if I had to go one way, you got West Virginia sitting undefeated right now. I see them, beating Cincy this week, and I see them winning the backyard brawl, winning the tough games down the stretch. I see West Virginia coming out on top. What about you?
Well, see, backyard brawl, I've got Pitt winning that game. So, I think just what they proved to me at Notre Dame, going into 4 overtimes with them, coming out, it's still not easy to win in that stadium, regardless.
That's right. You got the fighting wine stashes.
Indeed.
Okay, I like seeing that. Let's go Big Ten. I don't know if there's much talk about Big Ten. I think what you've called it, we're calling on this show, that you think they slip up against Iowa. But they're allowed that slip up being undefeated, having to beat Ohio State. I see Penn State coming on top. What about you?
Well, definitely, like you said. I mean, I do. I've got a strong feeling about this Iowa game, but it's not going to be enough to knock Penn State off. They win the Big Ten.
Okay. Let's go Pac-10. I mean, to me, well, the Big East and Pac-10, they're both weak conferences. I mean, you've got teams that play strong one week in the Pac-10, the next week they fall flat. So, I mean, really, where's the competition? Who do you like in the Pac-10?
Pac-10, I got to go Southern Cal. I mean, I hate to do it. I really do, but, got to do what you got to do. I think, I feel maybe they slip up against Notre Dame, and that's it the rest of the year.
I'm going to be a huge Fighting Irish fan to come to that game because I want to see it lost.
Big time. But think about that Rose Bowl. I mean, you got Southern Cal versus Penn State.
That wouldn't be a bad matchup. That's
I'd like
true.
to see that one.
I got to go Oregon State. I mean, it's a stretch. I know I might be the dumbest fuck in the history of picks, but right now they're in the driver's seat, okay? They've got that clinching game over USC. Come on, Beavers, let's do it. Just hand the ball off to Jacquizz Rodgers.
Oh, definitely. I'm pulling for them.
All right, let's go SEC. I mean, who do you see in the championship game?
Well, I think now, after what we've just seen, I think Florida versus Alabama. Even if LSU beats Bama, I mean...
They're still in the driver's seat, yeah. I got to go Gators and the Crimson Tide, too. I mean, but really... I think the Crimson Tide can single-handedly just manhandle the Gators.
I will say this, though, Vic. I think maybe Florida does get one more loss this year, just not in conference.
Oh, what date you thinking of?
The 29th?
Oh, God, they're coming to Tallahassee.
We'll see.
All right. Let's go Big 12, which, let's face it, I mean, the Big 12 it's the power conference this year. When all the dust is settled, though, I like my Red Raiders playing Mizzou Tigers in the championship game.
I got to go the same way, Vic. I mean,
wow.
I think Texas Tech versus Oklahoma, I think it's going to be a shootout, and Oklahoma can't stop them, and they have no pass defense.
That's true.
And then on the other side, Missouri, it's definitely not the Big 12 South, but I think Missouri can handle Kansas and go on.
I do too. Let's talk BCS Busters before we get to our favorite league, the ACC, which we're going to break down exclusively for you on 30 Minutes. Well, BCS Busters, do you see anybody breaking the BCS this year?
I think Boise State has the best chance to do it. I mean, they have got the weakest schedule coming up out of anyone who's left. I mean,
really, this year I don't want to see a BCS busting team. I just don't see anyone that jumps out to me. If someone does go, I hope it's the Utah Utes. I mean, they've got the best resume. They still got to play Texas Christian. They still got to play BYU.
Which is no easy task. And, like you said, I mean, even if Texas Christian wins out from this point on, they've already lost to Oklahoma, so I don't see anybody, even trying to put them in that spot.
That's right, so it's done. Here we go. ACC breakdown. Troy's going to hit it off. Let's break it off with the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Let's do it.